We don't live to please everyone. However, sometimes you will encounter confusing situations. Even though you have done nothing wrong, there are still people who do not like you. It could be that students in class avoid you, colleagues have a cold attitude, or even in the family, arguments arise for no apparent reason. This is very normal in this life. So why is it like that? Being hated by others is not a shameful thing. On the contrary, understanding why someone does not like you is actually a valuable opportunity to learn and grow. Everyone has their own views and feelings, things that can make them uncomfortable, and social relationships will always contain hidden corners that we sometimes do not immediately realize. Stoic philosophy helps us look at all problems calmly, not letting emotions dominate, thereby maintaining peace and maturity in every situation. Today we're going to explore 7 reasons why people might hate you, and how to apply the lessons of Stoic philosophy to live more peacefully in this complicated world. In this special video, we'll dive into the reasons why people sometimes develop strong, negative emotions towards us. Before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to you for the incredible support you've shown me. It's been a joy to create these videos, and an even greater joy to receive your loving comments. I read them all and appreciate each and every one of them. If this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and turn on the bell notification so YouTube can introduce this video to more people like you. Now let's begin this journey of discovery and transformation together. Reason 1, jealousy and envy are probably some of the most common reasons why someone might develop feelings of dislike for you. These feelings don't come out of nowhere. Jealousy stems from unfulfilled desires or personal shortcomings. When someone sees you achieving something they dream of, but feel is impossible for them, admiration can easily turn into jealousy. Marcus Aurelius once reminded us that waiting for things beyond your control is a waste of mental energy. When dealing with jealous people, it is important to realize that it is not your fault. Instead of feeling hurt or resentful, stand firm in your morals and focus on what you can control. Only then can you overcome the haunting effects of jealousy. A young leader who had achieved rapid success was rumored by his colleagues to lower his reputation and lose his trust. It was a reaction of jealousy when a person cannot stand the success of others. However, he did not let these rumors affect him. He ignored the bad things, continued to prove his worth through work, and was eventually given a new opportunity by the organization. In modern society, jealousy and envy do not stop at hating talented or rich people. Sometimes they also appear when someone feels threatened by the success of others, such as someone having a higher position than them, having a nicer house than them, or having more successful children than their children. These negative emotions are one of the deep-seated reasons why others can develop a grudge against you. Jealousy and envy are corrosive emotions in relationships. They act like poison, turning admiration into loathing and respect into resentment. When someone sees something in you that they desire but believe they cannot achieve, jealousy can arise. This emotion can be triggered by many different factors, from your success at work, your personal achievements, to your qualities or lifestyle. In many cases, jealousy and envy do not reflect dissatisfaction with you, but rather the person's own inner dissatisfaction with their life. Instead of finding inspiration in your success, they may look at you as a mirror reflecting their own shortcomings or misfortunes. This makes them unable to rejoice or be proud of your success, but instead want you to fail to ease their own pain. The most destructive aspect of jealousy and envy is that they can cause these people to use any means to sabotage your efforts and achievements. They may gossip, slander, or even deliberately discredit you, destroying people's trust in you. These actions are done because they want to see you fall from your pedestal. It is important to realize, while jealousy and envy can be very unpleasant, they are not your problem. These emotions are the problem of the person feeling them. While it is easy to internalize the hatred of others and start feeling hurt, according to Stoic philosophy, we must remember that peace and self-control of the mind are the most important things. Do not let the jealousy of others disturb your inner peace. Reason 2. Misunderstandings and ineffective communication. The silent reasons why people don't like you. Misunderstandings and ineffective communication are silent but profound reasons for relationships, sometimes causing others to dislike you without even realizing it. Small conflicts in communication, sometimes due to a lack of attention to word choice or facial expressions, can lead to unfortunate misunderstandings. When language is unclear or when you are not paying attention to your body language, others may feel offended or misunderstand your intentions. Misunderstandings arise when there is a difference between your intentions and how others perceive you. A misplaced word, an inappropriate tone, or a misunderstood gesture can completely change the way others perceive you. These small communication errors can create the impression that you are disrespectful, indifferent, or even hostile. When we communicate poorly, it is easy to create emotional barriers and make others feel uncomfortable. This happens when you fail to clearly express your thoughts and feelings, leading to misunderstandings and incorrect judgments. Furthermore, if we do not truly listen and do not try to understand the other person's point of view, we can easily fall into incorrect assumptions, which can strain relationships. These misunderstandings are not always obvious, but they can easily develop into hostility when not properly addressed. This not only damages the relationship, but also makes you the object of others' shunning or dislike, even if you have done nothing wrong. Stoic philosophy teaches us that in all communications, it is important to understand the other person's intentions rather than just focusing on how we express ourselves. Ask yourself, do I really understand them? This is a simple but important question that helps reduce conflict and misunderstandings and keeps your mind calm and free from emotions. When you are engaged in a debate or trying to explain your ideas in a meeting, show sincerity and respect for others by restating the general point of view and asking for clarification. This will help reduce misunderstandings and create a more open space for communication. In all conversations, always strive for clear, open, and honest communication. Especially when unsure about something, give others the benefit of the doubt and seek clarification when necessary. This will not only help avoid unnecessary resentment, but also help you build a strong and trustworthy relationship. Reason 5. Insecurity and mirroring. A silent reason why others hate you. One of the most common reasons why others dislike you is not because you did something wrong, but because they are mirroring their own insecurities. When a person feels insecure, dissatisfied with their life, or has a sense of dissatisfaction, it is easy for them to turn that discomfort into dislike for others. This is especially true when they feel that you have something better than them. When personal insecurities are not faced and overcome, they can gradually turn into jealousy, resentment, and eventually hatred for those who they feel do not have the same flaws or weaknesses as themselves. These fears and insecurities can stem from a variety of factors, such as past failures, social comparisons, or distorted self-perceptions. When people feel inadequate, they may seek comfort in putting others down. Stoic philosophy. Seneca, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "The strongest man is he who has control over his own mind." When we realize that the hostility of others is largely rooted in their insecurities, we will no longer be so easily affected by these negative emotions. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control our own emotions and reactions. Instead of responding to hostility or doubt with negative reactions, focus on improving yourself. Compassion and patience in these situations will help you stay mentally stable, not swayed by the judgments or prejudices of others. A friend of mine works in a highly competitive environment where he is always appreciated for his leadership and outstanding performance. However, some of his colleagues began to feel jealous and critical of him. Instead of responding to the criticism, he decided not to let other people's insecurities affect him. He did not react to the hostility, but focused on developing himself and helping his colleagues. Ultimately, his patience and humility helped him not only maintain the respect of his colleagues, but also improve his working relationships. When you face hatred or judgment from others, instead of defending yourself or reacting negatively, understand that sometimes their feelings are just a reflection of their own insecurities. By applying the principles of Stoic philosophy, maintaining patience, focusing on self-improvement, and maintaining kindness, you will be able to overcome the challenges of difficult relationships and live a peaceful life, free from the influence of unnecessary hostility. Reason 6. Lack of empathy and understanding. Why others are feeling bad about you. One of the most common reasons people feel bad about you is a lack of empathy. When someone is unable to put themselves in your shoes, they are more likely to misunderstand or misjudge your actions and intentions. A lack of empathy makes it difficult for them to understand the feelings, motives, and circumstances of others, which can lead to inaccurate responses and feelings of discomfort. Without empathy, people's interpretations and reactions to others' actions can be severely distorted, causing them to perceive offense when there is nothing to be offended about. This can lead to resentment or hostility based on complete misunderstandings. In addition, this lack of understanding is exacerbated by prejudice and hasty judgments, as people who lack empathy often fail to consider the context and nuances of a situation. People who lack empathy tend to see the world in a simplistic, black and white way. This makes them prone to misjudgments and unfair perceptions of others, leading to unnecessary conflict and damaging relationships. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once emphasized, "If you can see things from the other person's perspective, all misunderstandings will gradually disappear." This is a powerful reminder of the importance of empathy in resolving conflicts and misunderstandings. Learning to empathize not only helps you reduce conflict, but also helps build lasting relationships, because when you understand the other person's reasons and feelings, you will be able to respond more calmly and sympathetically. Practical advice. To improve relationships and reduce misunderstandings, sincere listening is essential. Instead of reacting hastily, try to understand the reasons behind the other person's actions. Not only will this improve your communication, it will also demonstrate maturity in your behavior and how you deal with conflicts in your life. A lack of empathy can be the root cause of people feeling disliked, and the inability to see things from another person's perspective can lead to serious misunderstandings. However, if we apply the principles of Stoic philosophy, learn to empathize and listen sincerely, we can maintain harmonious relationships, reduce conflict, and create a more positive and sustainable communication environment. Reason 7. Competition and rivalry. Causes of hatred. Competition is an integral part of life, from work to personal relationships. However, when competition becomes unhealthy, it can lead to jealousy and hostility. Constant competition and comparison can become a powerful source of negative emotions. When competition or rivalry increases, it can turn into hatred, go beyond a simple dispute, and become an obsession, negatively affecting relationships. Competition is common in many areas of life, whether it is in the workplace, in social circles, or even in the family. Healthy competition can be a driving force for personal growth, helping us improve ourselves and achieve our goals. However, when competition becomes obsessive, or when it stems from insecurity, jealousy, or past resentment, it can easily lead to feelings of hostility and hatred toward others. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "No one can take away what is truly yours." This teaching reminds us that instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on surpassing ourselves. Stoic philosophy encourages us to develop our inner strength, improving our personal abilities without looking at the success or progress of others. This not only helps us avoid unnecessary competition, but also helps us maintain a peaceful mind and minimize the negative emotions caused by competition. To minimize the negative effects of competition, we need to clearly realize that the success of others does not diminish our own worth. Instead of feeling jealous or envious, focus on improving yourself, achieving your personal goals without having to compare yourself to others. Respecting the progress of others will help you maintain a positive attitude and avoid getting sucked into feelings of hostility or rivalry. Conclusion: competition is an inevitable part of life, but when it becomes unhealthy, it can lead to jealousy and hatred. Learning to focus on yourself and surpassing yourself instead of comparing yourself to others is an effective method to maintain inner peace and build healthy relationships. Stoic philosophy helps us realize that true success does not come from defeating others, but from surpassing ourselves. Understanding the 7 reasons why others may hate you will not only help you better control your relationships, but also help you develop yourself in a positive way. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that instead of getting caught up in negative emotions, focus on what you can control and constantly improve yourself. Finally, remember that your true value lies not in how others perceive you, but in how you live and contribute. If you find this video useful, don't forget to share it with your friends and relatives to spread positive values together. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos, as well as receive more useful lessons to help you live a more peaceful and happy life. Thank you again, and hope you will continue to accompany us on the upcoming journeys.